On October 21st, 2025, something incredible happened. An interstellar visitor, the comet designated 3I Atlas, aligned perfectly on the opposite side of the sun from us. This event is called a solar conjunction. For 3 weeks, it was completely invisible to every telescope on Earth, hidden by the blinding glare of our star. The official explanation was simple. Just wait. They told us to wait until mid-November, and it would reappear. Simple as that. But for some, this simple explanation didn't sit right. Things just weren't adding up. Almost immediately, amateur astronomers, the dedicated sky watchers who often spot what the big institutions miss, noticed something strange. The world's powerful radio telescopes, the giant ears pointed to the cosmos, went silent during those exact 3 weeks. Not broken, not down from antennas, just silent. It was as if they had been ordered to stop listening. The silence was deafening, and it was the first clue that something was amiss. The official story of solar glare could unexplain why our ability to listen to the universe was suddenly switched off, specifically in the direction of Atlas. Then, a crack appeared in the wall of official silence. An anonymous post surfaced on a popular astronomy forum. The author claimed to be a data analyst from a major observatory. The message was chilling. We're still tracking it. We just aren't allowed to say what we're seeing. The post sent ripples through the community, but within hours, it vanished. Deleted. Wiped clean. But the message had been seen. It confirmed the growing suspicion that the official story was just that, a story. Someone, somewhere, was watching Atlas during its 3 weeks of darkness, and whatever they saw, they didn't want us to know. On November 12th, the world's observatories swiveled their lenses back towards its predicted location. But the object that reappeared wasn't quite the same one that had disappeared. Something fundamental had changed. Its trajectory, its path through space, had shifted by 0.3 degrees. Now, that might not sound like much, but in the precise world of orbital mechanics, it's an earthquake. For a natural object to change its course like that, it needs a gravitational push or pull from another massive body, like a planet. There was nothing out there. Nothing to give it that nudge. It was a physical impossibility. The online forums and social media platforms erupted. The question was simple, and it was everywhere. What did Atlas do while we couldn't see it? The silence from the experts was replaced by a flood of speculation from the public. How could a comet defy the laws of physics? What could have happened in that hidden part of its journey? NASA's response came swiftly, but it was unusually dismissive. They released a statement saying, "The object's path remains consistent with predictive models." It was a masterclass in known answers. They didn't deny the trajectory change, they simply ignored it, hoping the problem would go away if they didn't acknowledge it. This only added fuel to the fire. Then came another voice from the inside, a person claiming to be an engineer from the Deep Space Network. The global system of antennas that communicates with our spacecraft came forward. He alleged that during the conjunction, his entire team was ordered to redirect their powerful satellite arrays away from the sun. The official reason: maintenance. But here's the kicker. All of them, all at the same time. It was a system-wide shutdown, disguised as routine upkeep. Shortly after making these claims, his social media account was suspended. Another voice silenced. Another piece of the puzzle pushed under the rug. They weren't just blinding our telescopes. They were deafening our deep space communicators, too. Just 3 days later, on November 15th, the mystery took a strange and disturbing turn. Right here on Earth, marine biologists from 7 different countries began reporting mass beaching events. But these weren't dolphins or whales. These were deep-sea creatures, species that live miles below the surface, in the crushing blackness where sunlight has never reached. They were inexplicably rushing to the surface and dying on our shores. What could possibly scare these abyssal creatures from the deepest, darkest parts of our planet? When a journalist cornered a government marine scientist and asked if there was a connection to the Atlas event, the off-the-record reply was bone-chilling. These animals are sensitive to electromagnetic fields. Something very strong scared them up. With the mystery deepening, scientists re-examined the images of a The last verified photo taken before it vanished behind the sun showed a typical Kometa Fuji, symmetrical cloud of gas and dust, called a coma. But the first images taken asterisk after asterisk it reappeared showed something new. Something that made the hair on their necks stand up. There were patterns in its dust tail, geometric patterns. Not random clumps, but repeating, structured shapes. When they analyzed the frequency of these patterns, they found they repeated every 1.618 seconds. For those who know, that number is instantly recognizable. It's the golden ratio, phi, a fundamental constant that appears in nature, art, and mathematics. But never like this. No known natural process creates perfectly repeating geometric signals in a comet's tail. When confronted with this evidence, the official response was a single word: pareidolia. It's the psychological phenomenon of seeing patterns in random data, like seeing a face in the clouds. Our brains are wired to find meaning, they said. We're just seeing what we want to see. It's a convenient explanation, but it's an explanation that completely fails to address the next, even more baffling discovery. Atlas was slowing down. It was decelerating. This is another impossibility. After an object slingshots around the sun, it should be accelerating away, flung out into deep space by the sun's immense gravity. It shouldn't be putting on the bricks. Unless, of course, something was actively braking. So, let's review the official story. 318 TLAs was just a comet. The solar conjunction was a routine, predictable event. The trajectory change was a simple measurement error. The geometric patterns were just our imagination. And the deceleration, well, they don't have an explanation for that one yet. But if you're willing to dig a little deeper, a final, crucial piece of information can be found. If you search for ATLA's November 12th in archived observatory, Datuthara, unfiltered data, you'll find something extraordinary. At the exact moment, Atlas emerged from behind the sun. 17 different observatories, scattered across the globe, all recorded the exact same thing at the exact same time. A pulse. A single, powerful, synchronized electromagnetic pulse that lasted for exactly 3 seconds. And then, silence. 6 hours after it was recorded. Every file related to that pulse was classified. So the story is full of holes. Radio silenza. Deleted warning. An impossible trajectory shift. A coordinated cover. Mass deep-sea beachings. And a single, unified pulse from an object that is now actively slowing down. The official explanation is that nothing happened, but the evidence suggests something did. The question is an asterisk. If asterisk something happened during those 3 weeks of darkness, the real question remains, what was it doing while we couldn't see? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If you find these kinds of mysteries as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Stay curious and keep asking questions.